Uh, Definitely some grade A fuckery going on the app here. Mysterious. I'm sure it's totally fine. I'm sure it's nothing to be concerned about. Or is it? Who even knows? The world is actual garbage, but that seems totally fine. No big deal. So for those of you that do not already know, I was basically clapped from having push notifications here in this particular device. For all the people that are on YouTube and Facebook, that was not the case. Nothing ever happened there, which is totally fine and cool. Whereas on Instagram, I was clapped for a while. I had my badges and whatnot taken away, as well as the push notifications for 4 months. I just got it back recently, and I started doing live streams and whatnot again. Everything seemed to be working just fine. And just 5 minutes ago, I went in to go and do or 10 minutes ago, I went to go and do a live on Instagram on my primary account. And it's saying, sorry, there's an issue with your broadcast. And it's like, okay, that seems fine. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's just a problem with it, I'm sure. But whatever. I will say this. I know that a lot of people will tend to, no, there are no badges on this one, unfortunately. What people will kind of usually default to is being like, it's they're cutting you down or whatever else. But what I find strange is that they gave me the monetization back on Instagram, and they released me back to the world, and everything else is working fine. So I don't know. I think it might be an app issue. I don't really know. I would wager that it's not the strong arm of the man coming down to clap Bobby Sauce. I would bet that it's a technological issue. I went on one of my other accounts to test it right away, and it worked. And then I went back to my original account to see if it worked again. And then I went back to the other account to try it again, and it didn't work. It was like searching for a connection. So I would suggest that, and I would probably believe that it probably has less to do with me and the so-called, overlords, and probably more to just do with some technical issues. So I'm not really too worried about it. I was really upset that I wasn't able to do it because I felt like I had something to talk about. I had about 80 people on the YouTubes and the Facebooks, and then of course it just made me look like an idiot as I turned it on. So if you wouldn't mind, if you would consider sending this to maybe a couple people on your feed, or posting it on your live, I will be here for probably about at least a half an hour or more. You know how it goes over here. I do feel like the message that I have has some value to it, but this is yet another reason to remind everybody to follow me on all the other accounts that I have, just in case you want to make sure that you're privy to what's going on when it's happening. On Instagram, you can find me at Take Naps, obviously, but at Bobby Sausalito is my secondary backup account, just in case things get wonky. So I'm glad that at the very least we have that. So anyhow, let me just continue on with the regularly scheduled programming as my bag got tied into a pretzel and stuffed directly into my gaping Dirt Star. As I thought I had something really good to say. Most people just tend to not even understand how much kind of like mental energy and mental thought process goes into sitting in a room and talking to yourself alone for an hour. It really does take quite a bit of time, especially to make it interesting enough, because it's unlike a real room. It's like I can see people leaving the room and all they got to do is like beep bop and they just disappear. So you can tell if what you're doing is boring or dumb or whatever, because people will disappear straight away. So it was a little bit challenging. So anyways, the message that I wanted to give today, before I got so rudely interrupted by just a crispy hot garbage planet, is that I believe that what we are witnessing right now is the power of unity actually playing out in real time. We're actually seeing what happens when the people go and unite with not only the things that they think about, but the things that they believe are right. And I would wager that all of the stuff that is mysteriously happening right now, that is mysteriously changing, the science mysteriously changed in a couple of weeks, a crispity, crunchity, crackety bag of trash. These people think we're stupid. all this stuff that just mysteriously changed in 14 days or whatever is because they obviously have to be doing some internal polling or whatever is the case, and realizing that a lot of people are uniting and a lot of people are realizing that A, this stuff is garbage, B, the facts do not align with the things that they are suggesting to be true, and that we're pretty much sick of being afraid and the fear mongering. So let it not be, let everybody understand that what's going to happen next is they're going to find a new thing to attach onto. They're going to find a new piece of fear propaganda to jump on board with and start pushing on you. And it's either going to be these, or it's going to be the webs, or it's either going to be whatever, or it's going to be more reason. It's going to be something. But I think that the people generally underestimate the power of a unified voice. And interestingly enough, I think that they hopefully went a little bit too far this time, where more people start to realize that we really have to be part of this all the time. We have to stay astute and tuned in to what they're doing all the time, because these people are clearly psycho. One of the most obvious ones is what is going on in New York, where Governor Garbage Merchant Kathy Hickle, who is just a pure trash merchant, fear-mongering psycho. It's like right when you think that nothing can be worse than the dehydrated owl of Cuomo, you just get this Hickle just coming out of, just like she was up in the tree with Cuomo. They were both hanging out up there. Cuomo gave a hoo, and she came and she decided to fly down to the surface. So that's always fun. She has a really cool necklace around her neck that shows that she's definitely not in a cult and definitely not a psycho, because she's cool and everything. It's so historic. The first rule, so historic. We don't care about your gender, you psychopath. We care about the freaking policies that you pushed, you out of control lunatic. But whatever. Thanks everybody on Instagram for coming over here. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm in the mom's basement of Instagram streams right now, because I have like 100,000 people following me on the other account. There's like 14 people following on this account. There's like 28 people in here. We're all like in my basement. We're all in my basement drinking hot cocoa, just like not allowed to do anything. So thanks everybody that happened to manage to navigate their way down into my basement. So thanks for being here. Appreciate you. The world is trash. So in New York, this absolute psycho person, this psychotic, unelected cult member, just literal, actual psycho, decided that they're going to mysteriously start to lift all the diaper rules. They're going to really they're going to lift all their diaper rules in some coordinated, interestingly timed, coordinated thing that has absolutely nothing to do with the actual data. They're like, oh, the science changed, the data changed. It's like, what data changed? They can't show you what data changed. They can't show you what science changed, because nothing changed. So they're just like, oh yeah, like we're not trying to get absolutely shellacked in the midterm. So we're just about to come out here and slowly start to give everybody their stuff back. So I just want to reiterate to everybody that these people are absolute psychos, and they're not going to stop here. And we all have to remember to not forget what these people have done to us in the years of life that they've taken away, not only from us, the small businesses they've destroyed, and the life that they've taken away from the youngest among us. As long as we never forget that, then we're started off on the right direction towards hopefully rectifying this in the future. But what I find so hilarious about Kathy Garbage Merchant, I don't even want to say her name. It's too much effort. I'm here in the basement. I'm here in the Instagram basement. So I'll just, whatever. I'll keep it low intensity. She's going to keep the diapers on for the kids. This literal psycho. I was like, I'm going to stay calm. This literal psycho person, this literal merchant of actual garbage, literal merchant, trash merchant, is like, yeah, we're going to take off the diapers for all of the old fat people, but we're going to leave the diapers on for the kids who are objectively at the lowest risk. But if you're a fat 81-year-old upside down But if you're a morbidly obese, upside down 80-year-old with 7 pre-existing comorbids, feel free to take off the diaper and roam free about the McDonald's. Feel free to head over to White Castle and pick yourself up a slimy, grimy, scrumbly burger and just toss it into the air and swallow it down your gullet. But if you're an 8-year-old, that's cool. But if you're an 8-year-old, then don't forget to wear your smelly, stinky, moldy diaper all day. They're like, oh, I noticed that you have to get weighed on a cattle scale, but feel free to take off your diaper and stroll about at Wendy's. All right. Science, science, whatever. They're like, who, the kids, the least at risk? It's like a total power exercise. Oh my God. These people are disgusting. And then you have like actual clown shoes like Stacey Abrams in Georgia, who, I mean, do I even have to tell a joke? I mean, just go on Gigal and look at a picture of her. There's the joke. Didn't say anything. Don't censor me. I'm in the basement. I'm in the Instagram basement. Ho, hello. It's like, it's bad when the joke is Google your photo, but whatever. Is that a cancelable joke? Look at me, It's like the jokes write themselves, but whatever. Looking good, Stace, but whatever. Can't say that. Maybe that's why I'm in the basement. Maybe that's why I'm in the Graham basement, but whatever. Look at yourself. Anyways, it's like, of all the people in the room that should be diapered up, I don't know. But whatever. Oh, the comments are getting dicey. Very funny. I heard the funniest joke yesterday about Stacey Abrams, but I can't say it because it's too good. But whatever. You'll have to just imagine. But yeah, so Stacey Abrams goes and said the comments v. Stacey Abrams are very dicey right now. I don't think they're funny at all. Anyways, sorry, I got off the trail. Yeah. So anyways, of all the people in that room that should be wearing a diaper, obviously Big Stace should have worn one, but whatever. She took it off. She got caught. She said it was because people are upside down, very, very supreme. It's because of this. I was reading to them during Black History Month. That has nothing to do with it, Stace. It's like, no, that's not what it is. You liar, you psycho. No, the reason is because you absolute psychopaths want to subject the children to the rules that you don't follow yourself. You literal psycho. It's not science. It's science with a $sign. You're an upside down elitist liar. Garbage merchant. Google her photo. Whatever. That's not a joke. I'm just saying. Google it. Draw your own conclusions. Whatever. Sorry. Whatever. I don't care. So it's just like, you're a hypocrite, you're an elitist garbaggio, and we're sick and tired of listening to your psychotic diktats over how people are supposed to live their life. And all these kids are just sitting there muzzled up, like in a state of fear, while these actual garbage merchants are like, let me take a photo. And then there's like smiling with this psychotic garbaggio grin in front of all these muzzled children. And they're just like, okay, this is totally fine. And what a stupid idiot moron. You know how stupid you got it? These people are so stupid that they're taking photos like this and posting it on their own pages. And not only that, they have a team of people. The people that are in this chat if they were out here being like diaper, everybody wear a diaper, put on a diaper your face, diaper your eye, put a pantyhose over your face, have a free crack pipe, they would be like, we probably shouldn't post a picture of us being non-diapered in any setting, no matter what. Even if you were upside down, like laying in the grass alone in an empty field 5 miles from civilization in direct sunlight, you'd be like, you know what? Let me put my diaper on because I don't want to be caught in this photo. This human person, Stacey Abrams, Google it, Gaggle it, duck, hit the go, look at the photo. There's the joke. I'm just saying, this person has a team. Not only is it you, but you have literal teams. You have literal teams of literal human beings, theoretical adults, PR experts. You have a PR expert that's not stupid enough, that's not intelligent enough to realize that a picture of you in front of 100 muzzled children is not a good look, Stace. Like you need, like this managed to. There's so many jokes I can't do it. Bowling pins. Anyways, someone will get that. Maybe no one will. 8 to 10. It's a split. Anyways. No, that's not nice. But whatever, you get it. I'm just saying, you do this stuff, whatever. I can throw one joke. Sorry, make fun of me. Whatever. I have my face on my shirt. Who cares? I don't care what you say. Anyways, it's like you have a team of people that can't figure out to tell you to not do that. They're like, hey, Stace, maybe we shouldn't post this photo. It's literally bad. It's a literal bad look. Yeah, you know what I mean? You have a team. You have a social media team. A person that's collecting money. A literal person that their job is to cover PR. You're dumb. You know what I mean? Any person could have looked at that for 2 seconds and be like, this is about to go viral. You know what I mean? What are you doing, Stace? Like, what are you literally doing? And then because they're so dumb, then after you get caught with the photo, you say, oh, it's because everybody's a Supreme, an upside down Supreme. How dare you accuse me during this month? I can do whatever I want during this month. It is our month. All right. They're like, Jordans really need a fresh government crack pipe. Are you sick of smoking your Parmesan out of a dirty cracked pipe? Yeah, come down to the federal office and get yourself a fresh pipe. All right. All righty, guys. All right, thems and zems and z's and zers. Cool. Good strategio. What is wrong with you people? Okay. Yeah. So that's fun. These people are insane. They're absolutely insane. And you just have these people just being like, yeah, let's just make sure we keep the diapers on the children, the ones that are objectively at the lowest risk, the one that have the least amount of problems. Let's just keep them diapered up as they take away the rules for everybody else. Cool. That seems totally fine. You literal psycho people. What are these people gonna like? What are these people going to scream at when they can't be shaming people for all this stuff? I don't know if anybody saw this video, but there's this viral video of some guy at a school board meeting or something or other over the weekend, or I don't even know. And this aggro loser, spineless simp boy, diapered up simp, is like pulling the guy's chair out from underneath him and just being a dweeb, just being a hey. It's like, all I want to say to him is like, hey, consider doing some arm curls, you dweeb. Like, your body feels like oatmeal. You know what I mean? I don't have to feel it to know it. It's like, you look like cream of wheat. You look like cream of wheat in human form. And he's just like all aggro because this guy's sitting alone in the back of the building, minding his own business, just breathing oxygen like a literal human person. And he's just like, argh! He like hardens up his cream of wheat body for 5 seconds so he can like blob over and take his chair away. What's wrong with you, you dweeb? It's so funny. These people, it's like these people identify as nothing more other than like enforcement, the unhired and unpaid enforcement arm for the establishment. To like, put on your diaper. It's just no one. who hurt you, Shiloh? What is wrong with you? Yeah, no big deal. He's like, he's like, he's like, I have no muscle definition. My body is cream of wheat. I'm just gonna pull out this guy's chair. What's wrong with you? But whatever. I just think it's so funny how it's not even funny. It's sad. It's sad how all of these dweebs, they'll like yell at people on a hike out in a mountain. They'll be like, they're like, I have no identity. I left my personality at home. Just kidding. I don't have one. All I have is cats. And they're just like, put on your diaper. They're like, I want to have. I can't. What do these people talk about? Like, what do you talk about when you're hanging out with your friends? Or do you even not? What do they do? They all just sit. They all sit in a drum circle. They all sit in a drum circle and watch The View, watch reruns of The View. And they're just like, should we have cream of wheat or should we just look like it? I don't know. They go over to each other's house for dinner parties and they're like, stay 6 feet apart. You sit in the living room. I'll sit outside. Let's congregate in the driveway. I'm making Beyond Meat patties on a pile of cream of wheat. And that guy that was at that school board meeting is like, he's like, whoa, I don't like spicy food. Hold the Beyond Meat patty. I'll just have the Sea of Dub. And they're like, Sea of Dub, that's a hilarious nickname for cream of wheat. And they're like, cream of wheat? You didn't tell me Carl's coming here. And they're like, no, Carl is here, cream of wheat. That's his nickname. But we're also eating cream of wheat here at the dinner party. They're like, dinner party? I'm here to talk about justice. Let's stay in the driveway. Let's sit 20 feet apart in the driveway. I've got my diaper and my spit shield and my spit guard. I parked my Subaru up the street. Oh, my Prius is out of electricity, but I'm going to ride my bicycle and crank it up in the driveway while we sit 20 feet apart. Can you don't make my cream of wheat too spicy, Sharon. And they're just like, okay. They're like, what time's Shiloh coming? The cat is eating like a bowl of meat, just like healthy as an ox. And just like all these cream of wheat people are out front like, what do you think about you know what Georgia needs? This lady. We need equal representation. Get Stacey Abrams in that house immediately. You know, she won last time. It's like, oh man. So they're like, next time let's do a potluck. Shiloh, you bring the leaves. No problem. They're like, leaves? Let's not disrespect the earth. It's like, what do you eat? Like, what do you eat? They're just like, let's eat grasshoppers and crickets next time. I'll bring the crickets. What do you do for fun? You know what I mean? I can see them at a bowling alley and they're like, why are the pins white? You know? And they're like, oh, well, we're knocking them down. So finally, justice, you know? Everything is a symbol. Feels good to knock down all these white pins. Holy Christmas. They're like it sure is quiet in here. Put on Amazon Prime and let's listen to the new Neil Young record. They're like, no. That's a little too freedom. That's been co-opted by the radical right. Let's listen to Sheryl Crow on 1 volume. Turn it down to 1 so we can all hear it. I don't want to damage my ears. Sound justice. Sound equity. They're like, let's go outside and play telephone with the string and the cup. It's like, it's 2022, Sharon. No. What do you do for fun? Like, literally, what do you do for fun, you know? Oh, they just share cream of wheat recipes. And then I put wheatgrass on it. Sick. Like, whoa, whoa. They're like, that sounds like a delicious recipe, Herman. How many kids at the grocery store did you yell at today? All of them. Ha ha ha. they they're like I went down to the I went down to the booster site and got a secret boost even though I already got 3. They're like, sick, you're so protected. And then they just have to go into cardiac arrest. And they're like, it's probably because of his stress. No, it's not, Shiloh. No, it's literally not, but whatever. They're like, wow. They're like, did you know that Shiloh developed mayonnaise? Can't say it. Can't say words. Mayonnaise. They're like, that's so crazy. All he eats is wheatgrass and all he eats is wheatgrass and yard scraps. All he eats is leaves. They're like, yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Cool. I don't know, but whatever. They're just, yeah. It's a sad state of affairs, but whatever. No big deal. Yeah, these people are psycho. So on a bright, did I see the comedian that fell on stage after bragging? Yes, I did see that. The answer to almost every question about did I see is yes. I put out an inordinate amount of content today. I actually I think I posted 4 or 5 reels today. Now doing the live. I was really tuned in today. And that's why I felt like I wanted to make a longer form video too, but I decided that I wanted to do a live instead because there were so many things to talk about. And then of course my whole thing got stuffed when I tried to go live on my main account. Who knows why I can't? I'm hoping it's a technical error, but I don't know. So whatever, maybe I'll try again tomorrow. I don't know. I'm hoping that it's nothing, but I guess we'll find out. Such is the game, such is the challenge, but whatever, when in Rome. So, of course, after waiting 4 months to get my badges back, now I'm on a live with no badge. But whatever, it doesn't matter. The badges are not as important. What's important is that the message is out, you guys are here, and we're all having a good time. So the kind of primary message that I wanted to get across is that the unity and the loudness, the stir that is being made by everyday folks with an X, not only at the bridges in Detroit, but in Canada, and all of the stir that is occurring, and all of your people that are kind of coming out of the woodwork going, this stuff doesn't make sense. I'm sick of this. The tide is starting to turn, and people think that you got to wait until, midterm or wait until some type of election to actually vote. But what most people don't understand is that you can vote with your voice. You can vote with your attention. You can vote with the businesses that you choose to patronize. And these absolute psychos have taken away multiple years of our life now, destroyed tons of small businesses, ruined everybody's everything for such a long time now, cut people's voice out, taken this absolutely massive power shift, inflated the price of everything, printed money away, built us into this dystopian hellhole Black Mirror episode. And at the end of it all, hopefully they woke up enough people that don't forget all this stuff that these people did when it comes time to actually vote. So hopefully 7 to 8 months from now, when it really matters, when the rubber meets the road, so to speak, hopefully people go and show up and make their voice heard. And from now until then, hopefully they don't wait until the absolute last second. Hopefully they remember and understand that they need to, A, keep paying attention. B, hold these people to account. C, share the message with everybody else. D, start contributing and paying attention and distributing the message to people, not only in person, when you're chilling at social parties. Thank you, Elena, for the Venmo. Appreciate it. while you're in social situations, and talk about it online, and don't allow yourself to be silenced and feared, and tell your kids to do things that make sense, and teach the next generation to question this garbage. Stop watching CNN, stop listening to these psychotic people, and hopefully next time around things change. So it's just, I do believe that what we are witnessing is the battle between good and evil. I do believe what we're witnessing is this massive takeover and power shift where they're really trying to destroy everybody's everything. I do believe that their intentions are bad. I do believe that they don't care about everyday American citizens, certainly not the lower middle class, certainly not the working class of people, certainly not the people that keep the country going. They certainly don't believe in them. And they just don't want your average everyday people to succeed. Like I saw this article a couple days ago in Market Watch, of course, that said the most small businesses since 1974 are raising their prices due to inflation. And this is the National Federation of Independent Business, said 61% of small businesses increase their prices at the beginning of the new year. So you have record inflation, record gas, food prices off the wall, record housing increases. The stock market is going up and down with insane volatility. The money in your pocket is being devalued. The amount of hours that people are working is going down, but the hourly rate is going up, but what it buys you is going down. And there's just this outrageous cycle and spiral of pure insanity. And for whatever reason, people remain clueless to how obvious this stuff is. Meanwhile, you have your PF company, your medical company, whatever, making record profits, making $30 million a day, rocking out to $3 billion. Can you even fathom how much money $3 billion of profit is? Now, remember, $3 billion of profit. Okay. That's after paying every employee, all the stock options, all the everything, all the employee compensation, $3 billion of profit on top of that in one quarter. One quarter. So it's just like, this is an absolutely massive power shift. And people are so stupid that they don't even understand that money doesn't come from nowhere. Them printing it away means they're taking it away from the money in your pocket. And every dollar that you have in the bank is being inflated away. And all of that money is going into the bureaucrats' hands. It's going to not pay down debts. They're printing more money out of nowhere. And they're bankrupting you. And on top of that, they're taxing you more as well. So they're increasing the amount of money that they tax you, inflating the money that you have away, making it so expensive for you to live your everyday life. It doesn't affect the rich people because they're not. It's not like a rich person consumes 50 times as much gasoline as you. Yeah, maybe if they have a jet or a boat or whatever else, but everyday travel, they're not. And they were already spending a lot of money on jet and boat fuel anyhow. So it's barely a blip. Meanwhile, the assets that they own, the asset prices are all going up proportionately to the amount to the inflation, because everything has to go up. The only thing that goes down is the value of the dollar and what it's able to buy. So you have this massive power shift and this massive financial shift, the largest that's ever been seen in the history of time. And you have all of these psychos at the top of every industry and in the government that are all swamp monsters that have lied in every possible way, up, down, left, and right throughout your entire life. They lied in 2008. They've lied in every year since. They said that stuff was in Iraq and then it wasn't. They lied about Afghanistan. They've lied about every single thing, up, down, left, and right. Yet people are so clueless, they can't even see 5 feet behind them. They can't even remember what happened. and they're over here just like being the strong arm, the everyday enforcement officers, the unpaid enforcement officers for the bureaucracy, because they saw it on CNN, and Don Lime, who's about to go to court for groping someone, making the 800 millionth CNN employee to be taken to court or taken to task over this garbage. He's about to go to a court case for his assault trial. How many people need to get assaulted at CNN before people are like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be watching this? So whatever. It's like, but no, we never learn. We can't figure it out. We don't understand. We're totally clueless. We can't seem to figure out that these people can abuse us mentally to our face, lie to us in our face every single day for years and years and years. And then we'll look back and be like, what happened? And like, how did Building 7 fall down? I don't know. It must have just shaken. It was a fire. All right. Making it one of one buildings to ever fall in that way in the history of time. But all right, no big deal. Let's not pay attention to that. So it's like, yeah, we just lied about Agent Orange and the Vietnam War and I don't know, the existence of unidentified flying objects and I don't know, every single thing ever, Tuskegee experiment and every other possible horrible, very good, very bad, no good, very bad thing that they've done to our own citizens, the people in the armed forces. Let's just forget about all that. Who cares? Let's first forget about how the JFK files have been sealed for 60 years. And then the 60 years came and then they're like, oopsies, like forgot about it. Let's not forget about that jail cell in New York, one of the most highly guarded jail cells full of corruption for the most high profile person in the history of time to ever get arrested, to ever go to jail. And then all of a sudden, mysteriously, 2 guards fall asleep. A giraffe goes upside down. He breaks the bone in the back of his neck that he couldn't break on his own. He mysteriously disappears into nowhere. The security guards get let off. The camera gets deleted. Oh, a zebra went in and vomited on his sneakers. Ghislaine was the pawn, the only one that couldn't actually even do anything. Meanwhile, all these psychopaths that paid this guy for his entire life, the hundreds of millions of mysterious dollars that came out of nowhere, and all of the ridiculous connections that he had with all these people, and all of the halls of power, and all of his stuff with Billy the Diddler, and all the stuff with dollar bill fences, and all of these psychos, and all of the flight logs, and all of this secret books, and all of the footage that was in his house that was covered in cameras in West Palm Beach that recently got destroyed, and his mysterious no good very bad island that never seemed to get investigated, that nobody seems to care about, and his mysterious house in Montana or wherever the hell it was that they were never allowed to look at, and all of this mysterious upside down thing. But yeah, trust the juice though. Go get it. Go ahead and pound that juice right into your brown eye and shut the fuck up. Why don't you shut the fuck up while you're doing that, and also shut up and eat your juice, you psycho. And also, by the way, put your kid in a moldy, moist, wet diaper, strap it around their face while every single rule changes in every major developing country in the entire world, while the science mysteriously goes upside down and left and right and over the river and through the woods and down the tube. And don't worry, because it's fine, because some psycho on Clown News Network, run by a bunch of psycho, gropey weirdos that have been arrested for every number of super secret, upside down, very bad and terrible things. But listen to them, and somehow these fucking idiots continue to listen to this over and over again and again, and around the mountain we go. And then they're just like, man, put on your diaper, we're at the top of a mountain. Dr. Fauch in my butthole. It's like, congratulations, you have no identity. You're a cream of wheat person. You're a garbage monster. Go into your cave with what? And shut the hell up while the rest of us try to live our life in this dystopian hellscape world. Sorry, but that's what I'm about to do. Thanks, but no thanks. Eat a bag of rice, you literal psycho, you literal upside down underworld serpent demon. Could you please stop with that, you psycho? But whatever. No big deal, guys. No big deal. No big deal. Okay. It's just been 2 years. Oh, it changed. Fuck you. All right, whatever. I'm getting a little outrageous here on the chat because there's been a problem with your stream. Oh, really? Is there a problem with the stream? Okay. Sure there is, but whatever. That's why it works on the same account 1 second later on the exact same phone in the exact same location. But whatever. Jizz Lane, don't worry about it. I would be willing to bet like $1,000 that Jeffrey Poopstain got facial reconstructive surgery and they like shipped him to Malaysia and he's just alive. Him and Jizz Lane are just purchasing human persons, as they always were known to do. And Les Wexner's just like, yes. It's like, okay. But listen to them. Oh, listen to them. Goo, cool. And nobody can connect the dots. They're like, history, what is it now? What is it now? I don't know. And then they're like, oh... Then they're like, oh, why didn't I learn about a credit score in school? Why didn't I learn about healthy food in school? Why didn't I learn how to exercise, do my taxes, balance a checkbook, get a mortgage, get a loan? Why didn't I learn about leverage? Why didn't I learn about obtaining a line of credit? Why didn't I learn about the stock market? Why didn't I learn about derivatives and bonds and CDs and market rate savings account and the interest rate and the economy and the government, and learn to question everything and learn about the corruption of the institutions and bing, bang, bong? Why did that occur? And then they're like, I don't know. The food pyramid says to eat 20 pieces of bread per day. They say drink cow's milk. Drink the cow it up, squirt, squirt, squirt. Have yourself a nice bucket of cow juice. No big deal. Don't forget to take your pills. You have ADHD. Pill, pilly, pill. Hey, oh, are you depressed? Are you upside down? Does your toe hurt? Have yourself an OxyContin. Throw it into your stuff it into your dirt star for direct entry into your bloodstream. Take all these juices and listen to us, and then go and work real hard and get an overpriced, inflated college degree from some garbage institution that's getting their loans backstopped by the federal government on the taxpayer's dime while they inflate all your money away, and they get a worthless college degree that won't get you anywhere, that can't get you anything, and then we're going to mire you in debt and then gaslight you and lie about how we're going to make it to you for free going forward now until forever. And then we're going to come around in 4 years and ask you to vote for us again. And every person that's not is a no good, very bad, orange, xenophobic, sexist, upside down zebra. Congrats, dude. And then people are like, oh, I forgot. It's just like, how many times? Like, if you went to White Castle and somebody pooped on your burger, you'd never go there again. Yet people over here, like, they just literally had a poop sandwich from Wendy's, and they're driving down the highway one day later and they're like, ooh, those spicy nugs at Wendy's look great. Let's pull over for a quick spicy nug. It's like, you had a shit sandwich there yesterday. You literally ate a log of brown from that Wendy's literally yesterday. I watched you have a brown sandwich at that Wendy's. And they're like, spicy nugs, I saw it on CNN. It's just like, do you pay attention to what's occurring in your literal life? Have you been looking, Bill? It's like, what the fudge brownie are you doing? They're like, fudge brownie, that looks like the poop sandwich I had yesterday at Wendy's. Do you guys want spicy nugs? Because I just love those spicy nugs. Let's pull over and grab a nug. And the person in the car that was there yesterday is like, literally no. Like, if you want to go eat a poop sandwich, a corn-laced poop sandwich, if you want to go have a poop sandwich, go do it when I'm not in the car, because you can't imagine how much the farts are when someone is eating brown, when you're literally consuming brown in this direction. Can you imagine the double stacked rancid like plume of garbage that comes out of your brown eye? It's like, don't eat that while I'm in the car, you psycho. Yet they're just like, oh, Anderson Pooper said I have to believe this way. Like, have you learned nothing, you psycho person? But I love spicy nugs. What? Like, literally what? I would rather you eat your grasshopper cream of wheat with Shiloh and your bowl of grass. I pulled this grass from my front yard. Cool. Nobody learns anything. It's just like, do you not have a historical text? Like, do you have duck duck? Hit the duck duck and just be like, what did they do? Like, type in type in like, when has the government lied? It's like 7,000 pages, 800 million results. I went to Dallas for the first time for like more than a minute recently, and I went to the place where JFK was shot, and I just looked up at the freaking. This is the winter time. I was there in, what was it, January? Yeah, January. It's January. All right, January. And I went to the spot where JFK was supposedly shot from the book square or whatever, and I'm like, and I just looked at it with like both of my critical ojos, and I was like, there's no fudging way that this dude hit a moving car at that angle with the accuracy of a weapon at that time. This guy that was not a marksman by any stretch of the imagination mysteriously hit this dude in a moving car, moving at an angle from far away with an inaccurate gun, and he happened to hit him at just the right spot, not only once but twice. It's like the first spot, it would have had to go through the tree. It's like, where did that tree go? The tree's been there since forever. The tree's just literally sitting there, and anyone with a couple of ojos and a little bit of a critical eye is just like, nah, I don't know about that. You know, there's like 1,000 other spots in that plaza that would have been more ideal. It was quite almost literally the worst possible location that you could have been to make such a move. And they're like, yeah, he did it from up here. It's like, they might as well have said that he shot him with a cannon from up there, you know? It's like, yeah, he pushed a 50,000 pound cannon up the stairs, and then it's like, but you couldn't see the cannonball because the cameras weren't good then. It's like, what? Okay. Yeah. Building 7, but whatever. They don't want you talking about that. But yeah, thank you, Thomas. But yeah, cool. So that's fine. So that seems totally cool. So yeah, the exact same people that have told you all this stuff for all this time, we're just like, nah, this is cool. It's totally fine. Yeah. So yeah, just try to remember that they've been lying to you. You know, there's been a lot of lying occurring over the course of these many years and such, but somehow mysteriously everybody suddenly forgets about that. They're like, eat this juice, put your cloth diaper made in China over your breathing holes outside in the sun. These people are sick in the head. But here's the thing that's so crazy about it all is I don't know who's more sick at this point. I literally do not know who's more sick at this point. The people who keep propagating the lies and all of these sick and twisted, upside down, very bad garbage policies, or the idiots that keep believing them. The people that keep lining up and they're like, you slay, Krusty, slay. They're like, slay. They're the same people that say Lizzo is a piece of art and Stacey Abrams is iconic, and it's like, and people are lining up like, yeah, they're like the family from what was that movie? The Nutty Professor. I just imagine them all just like the Nutty Professor, like clapping with their hands open like this, just being like, Hercules, Hercules. It's like, no, like that kid is morbidly obese. Like, stop clapping for that. And they're just like, Hercules. That's what I picture when I think about people applauding for all of these people out there. Like, could you literally not? Thank you, Thomas, for the donation on YouTube, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying is like these people are continuing to do crazy, upside down, terrible things. But who's more crazy? The people that keep doing it, who are going to be crazy from the jump, or the people that keep signing up for it, asking for it, begging for it, applauding it, and being like, Hercules. There's a new show that came out today or came out this week or whatever on Showtime, and it's called something like, I don't even know. It's so stupid. It's like called like let me just look it up real quick. It's called Everything's Gonna Be All White. Everything is gonna be all white. It is a literal show. It is a literal show that just debuted on Showtime. There's an actual, it's airing, I think, tomorrow night on Showtime, where it's basically people telling about the truth of all fragile white folks or whatever in America. The truth. And it's like, what? And this is just like objectively the most racist, like exploring the history of race in America from the perspective of people of color, featuring insights from cultural commentators, actors, and activists. Okay. And if you watch the trailer, one of the guys, they ask some guy, they're like, do you think white people should feel bad for such and such? I don't even want to say it. And the guy's like, yeah. And it's like, bro, you want me to feel bad, like I have some personal responsibility for something that I didn't do, that you didn't experience, that your parents didn't experience, that your parents' parents didn't experience, that neither me nor anyone in my lineage here in the United States had anything to do with. But because this, I'm supposed to feel bad about that? I'm supposed to feel some type of way about that? What is wrong with you? These people are driving the divide so much worse. They think they pretend like they're telling the truth when these are the people that only see through the prism of this. It's like, what if you're half and half? Are you supposed to feel half responsible? Are you supposed to feel half sad? It's like these people are insane. The double standard and the hypocrisy of it all is just so nuts. And they're just like, oh, they're like, they should stop doing this to us, hurting us, taking their life. And it's like, is that really what's happening? Okay. Their heads would spin if anything even remotely similar to that was created on any other network at all. Yet they can't let it go. It's like, if you're 25 years old in America, how much of that have you really experienced? Give me a break. And like, I know you can't say that, and I'm sure 15 years from now, someone will unearth this stream and and be like, look, Barbie sauce is a such and such. But you just have to get to a point where you just don't care, because these people are insane, Larry. Literally insane. But all right. All I have to say is, literally, whom hurt you? Literally, whom? Have you maybe gotten a little bit of therapy, Jerry, and maybe just stop thinking about that so much? I don't know. I honestly feel like Jamel Hill and Youre are, like, honestly, some of the most racist people in America. It is all they talk about. It is all they do. It is all the only way that they see any and every situation. And both of them happen to be rich from it. Literally stacked to the gills, rich from it. And these people are going to lecture us I've watched Jamel Hill on a show called Below Deck chartering a yacht not once but twice. I've watched Jamel Hill eating filet mignon and lobster on a fucking yacht twice because she just wants to just race bait every single person on the planet and just create this unbreakable divide between all people based purely and simply on that, as she laughs all the way to the literal bank. And so does Joy Reid. These people are sick in the head. I will never forget when Jamel Hill and some other person that she was with asked Jake Paul if it was racist that he knocked out this guy he was boxing that was black. And he's like, what? And they were like, come on. It's like, bro, what? These people are insane. They're insane. It's like, yeah, Jamel, he should have just let himself get knocked out. What is wrong with you? This is a sports commentator? These people are deranged. Lost in the actual sauce. Eating bonbons on a yacht in the Mediterranean, being like, melanin. It's like, what? Whatever, though. And then anyone that looks like me says it. Oh, typical cisgender white man. It's like I'm just a human person, but already cool. Great. So yeah, the world is trash. Anyhow, I must say, yeah, the literal sneakers of a literal gang of clowns. But yeah, I agree. Yeah. Well, I must say it is quite a bit discouraging that for whatever reason my Instagram live did not work on my Take Naps account. Very disturbing. I feel like we got a good broadcast here nonetheless here in the Instagram basement. I saw a lot of cool folks come through, so I appreciate everybody making their way over here. It's very frustrating because there would have been 4 or 5 times, probably 5 times or 6 times as many people had they actually been able to be notified like they normally would have. But the world is trash. Everything's on fire. Stacey Abrams is the governor of the earth, apparently, and the world is garbage. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, people said no notification for this account. Yeah, great, cool, everything's great, everything's grand, everything's wonderful, the world's on fire, everything's trash, and everything's garbage. So anyways, here's what I'm gonna go. Oh, Brit says I've seen 3 other people go lives on their backups also. Yeah, it must be a technical issue. I highly doubt that it actually is just my account getting giggled. So who knows? So if people are saying that it's happening, then that makes me feel better. That it's not like a targeted. Let's clap Bobby's cheeks right now. But I will use this opportunity to. I will use this opportunity to get some other things done tonight. I'm gonna take a walk with my little vest, and I'm gonna do some more workout stuff on bobbysauce.com. So I have some other things to catch up with. So I wanted to thank you guys for all being here. Thank you, Thomas, for the donation on Venmo. Thank you, Lana, for for Thomas on YouTube. Thank you, Lana, for the donation on Venmo. I really appreciate that. The shirt right here is from bobbysauce.com. If you can see on the YouTube stream, I got some hats from Official Patriot Gear back here. We got one of my hats. We got Movement and Big Daddy Unlimited right here. So I'm just showing off all the cool stuff. Apparently, which I'm just learning literally right this second, this account is limited to 1-hour streams, which means that I'm going to lose you guys here on the gram in 16 seconds. So Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you again tomorrow. Check out all the cool stuff and the reels that I posted today. BobbySauce.com. I appreciate your support. Much love, guys. Thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow. All right, YouTube's, Facebook's. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here. Sorry for the hiccup there earlier. The world is trash. Everything's on fire. But I do feel like this one got kind of spicy, which is fine. I had a good time tonight. I was really expecting to get derailed there for a while, so I was really discouraged. But thank you guys again for your time and attention. Thank you for the donations. Check me out, BobbySauce.com, or go to followbobby.com for all my links. Followbobby.com. Appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow.